life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway, baby. And we're here today with all of these fine drivers in the NAPA Cup Series. This is the NAPA Cup Series All-Star, and it's going to be a fun one today. Round 13 of Season 10 of the NAPA Auto Parts Cup Series, and we're going to get right into it, brother. So here we go. Toddy, take it away with our RPM rundown at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Yeah, let's go. RPM rundown presented by Craven Engine. So, it's 130 laps as stage 1 and 2 are only 65. This is a 625-mile concrete short track oval with 14-degree banked corners, and get this, the wheel is back. And not only that, whoever wins gets only 1,000 Robux. I should be in this one, honestly. Now, there's one more thing about this, and this was also used in yesterday's Break Series race. There's no pit speed limit, like pit road speed limit, so you can just drive all the way around. And that is your RPM rundown.
Alright, buddy, that looks pretty good, boy. This is gonna be a really fun race. I've been told we gotta get to some pre-race interviews, so I'm just gonna pick Meeny Mo you, and this is the 41 car, so I'll go to a pre-race interview with you right here. So the 41 car, this is Supreme. You got your first win here. You got a first win on the campaign in a non-points paying race at the Clash earlier this year. Obviously, non-points paying race. You got that win there, and 11 wins on the career for you. How are you feeling coming into this race, brother?
I feel great. You see me dancing here, doing my little dance, but yeah, I feel.
You look stupid.
Tell yourself, but hopefully starting in 4th place. Think we have a strong car. Had a really strong car in the open. Won here before, so I think we'll do as good as we did in the win about 2 or 3 seasons ago. I don't remember when, but yeah, have high hopes. Hopefully we can hit this 1,000 Robux, even though it's like Robux. So I don't know.
All right, brother, that sounds pretty good to me. Hopefully this 41 car can run up at the top of the field now, starting in P4. So coming all the way over here. Now we'll just go to the Chevy guy who's right next to us, who was right next to us, but much farther down the field. It's a 24 car, a Ford. Hey there, Ford, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
So 145 races, man, and it's not looking the best for you today. Starting P6, which is basically the entire way back down into the field. How are you feeling in the 24 car after we just interviewed your Chevy teammate?
Yep, I'm looking to get a couple motions in the car here. We're gonna get drunk and we'll drive here, man. I mean, we ain't got nothing else to hit but a wall.
Yeah,
so
brother.
we're gonna get to it, man.
Yeah.
It's America here, man, North Wilkesboro.
Alright, brother. That sounds good to me. This 24 car hasn't been in victory lane since February 12th in 2022. And he's looking to change that today. And he's looking to change that all throughout this season until he retires at the end of this season. Because he's a washable
Drink Coors
7. But anyways, here we go. Here we go to our picks for tonight. I'm going to start us off with our picks. I got to start off with the 27. The DSR car right in front. He's so good at these freaking short tracks, man. He's up there with one of the better drivers, and with Forza not being here, I think he's got a great chance to come home with a second win ever. But then a little bit farther down the pack, also a very, very good driver here on these short tracks. It's the 26 of Dragon. I think that he's going to find some pace here. He's starting to P10, or basically last. Not a lot of people showed up, but he's starting in P10. That's where he was originally put in our starting grid. So at 26 car, I think he's got a lot of promise coming there for him. And Glenn Quagmire, my goat, on his shirt. So now let's head over to our second man right here, Toddy. Who do you think's gonna do well tonight?
All right, well, it's like one of your picks. I picked Dragon. I mean, like you said, he feels really confident about today's race and might win at a short track. And I have one more, and this is an unexpected pick. It's Ford. I feel like he could maybe
You're losing your money for sure, dog.
I feel like he could get a win tonight, or maybe a good finish here, since he was third for a while in the opener and then finished somewhere up. So I'm gonna be honest, it was only like 5 drivers or so. But Ford and Dragon, those are my top 2 picks.
Yeah, a bit of an extended pre-race here. We got 2 guest pickers coming with us today. So now let's head on to the 66 Bear Motorsports car in D2, and our official today. Hey, Russell, who do you think's gonna do good tonight, baby?
I think today is going to be Lucas's day. He's been a great short track racer in that Kyle Larson inspired paint scheme. I think he can do this. And then we got Supreme in the number 41. I feel like he could do good tonight. My final pick will be the Radical. He's been really good on the short tracks, and you can't count him out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Radicals, he's always there. I mean, he's come up with a podium almost every single race that he's been here in the NAPA in the Cup Series. He's one of the best starts to the Cup Series full time that I've seen here in the NAPA. But now let's get on to our fourth and final pick and our third commentator tonight, my boy and my lover Hickory.
Yo. Honestly, tonight I have a it's an underdog pick, and I did not hear a single one of you say it. I have Car Guy winning tonight. He's been showing a lot of speed this season, and I think he's finally going to get it done.
Be prepared to lose your money, man, but I say good picks from everyone but Hickory here.
I hope you guys know this is an honorary pick from Torino Team Owner DSR Vice President. None of these guys that you picked are winning. The Queeg is in the Cobra, the Mustang Cobra, so that car is pretty rigged up. He's gonna win. He's gonna come to the front. No, Zach. He's on the Shelby.
Too, dumbass.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know. Yeah, Zach. He wasn't supposed to get the Cobra body. It was just supposed to be Queeg. But yeah. Both of them are gonna win, and they're both gonna split the thing. And we're all gonna get holed up at the headquarters in Nevada. We're gonna have a good time.
Alright, thank you, honorary femboy. That was Torino, an owner of Drone Strike Racing. In that Ford, and Drone Strike Racing's got a very full squad tonight. 3 of their drivers, actually no, all 4 of their drivers coming home to North Wilkesboro Speedway here. But now, please rise if you are able for the most patriotic thing on planet Earth. It is the H&H duo, Henry and Hickory, for the American National Anthem. Take it away, brothers.
Oh, God.
With pleasure. Hickory, follow my lead.
Okay.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night. And our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
My ears!
That was the most beautiful thing
I've
ever heard in my life, brother. Henry and Hickory back in the HH duo. What in the world is going on in turn 1?
Amazing.
But we're about to get underway here. And now, to say the most famous words in motorsports, our very own 51 in the NAPA Break Series of Hernan.
Here I am once again, drivers. I have never been in this position before in the Cup Series, but now it's time to race for 1,000 Robux. Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired up here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. You always love to hear it, baby. Engines are fired, we'll get paced, and we'll get racing for $1 million on the NAPA Media Network after this.
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
The All-Star Race brings us to North Wilkesboro for round 13, season 10 of the NAPA Cup Series. The NAPA Media Network is delighted to be with you. I am Dylan Thompson alongside Toddy, Hickory, and Hernan in the booth tonight. And let's get straight into our starting grid for tonight. Now, coming into tonight at North Wilkesboro, we've seen multiple upsets here in the starting grid. And now let's head to our big boy starting lineup. First row, it's Lucas and Zach Niss, our teammates in the Ford coming through, followed by Joshua and Supreme, Ford and Chevy. Ford 1, 2, 3. Followed by them in the third row, it's Car Guy and Ford. Ford trying to make up anything he can. Queeg now and Robloxian inside outside of row 4. And Forza and Dragon. Forza has not shown up today in row 5. And now all the way in the back, getting to David and Hobbs, two DRM teammates here. And that will round out your big boy starting lineup from North Wilkesboro Speedway. We're just moments away from being green to what's definitely going to be a barnstormer of a race, brothers. And I hope all of you have as much fun as I'm already having here, because this weekend has been absolutely incredible. Now, we are doubled up, rows all set, Lucas, your pace car, and now it is time for the Ohio Edison Restart Zone. Boogity, 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 let's go race them, boys! All the way on the gas already. The 31's trying to make him past his teammate. And now 3 wide for the lead. Radical pushing right back down to the middle. 3 wide, almost 4 in the back. Supreme bouncing off the wall. And then Zach on his outside. Now Car Guy pushing up for possibly a P2. Made it 3 wide in coming into turn 4. Now lap 5. And no incidents so far. Still 3 wide. Here comes the 41 to Supreme trying to dig his nose down into the inside of the 98 car. And coming all the way through, here comes the 93 Robloxian, almost makes it 4 wide. He does make it 4 wide, coming into turn number 3. Now 3 wide, Lucas in the middle, and Robloxian right there as well. Oh no, Lucas Alvarez and the 98, a Car Guy there jackknifed as well, and they were 4 wide for a second. Ford's been relegated to the back of the pack along with the 27 and 98, and now finally spread out racing here at North Wilkesboro.
Everything happening all at once here, and it looks like Lucas is trying to back out, making contact with Car Guy, and Car Guy,
ooh,
nearly him.
More big time contact in the back.
Lucas.
The 27 and 98 come together.
Yeah, both of them nearly making contact with each other. That may have felt a little bit intentional, but look at that. LNR Supreme in the lead as we're now heading on, as we're now on lap 7. Lap 8 this time by.
Yeah. Unfortunate for the 27 of Lucas, he got pushed all the way back to the end of that pack. Yeah, Lucas actually now running at P9 out of 9, so dead last for the 27 car, starting on pole. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, super unfortunate. But look who's in the top 2 there. It's Robloxian. As we've never seen him up front as of late, but besides that, the pack looks like it's pretty spread out here, but they're gonna get side by side here in a second.
Yeah, now everyone's just trying to find their way all the way up into the field, because there's no way that they're gonna be able to unless they start taking some risks. and no way they're going to be able to catch up to the 41. But Supreme now leading here.
Supreme leading with only 70 seconds away from the 93 for Bloxian, as it looks like. Puig has someone up on her front bumper, and that is Radical. Making side-by-side, going up into the inside, pushing them down. Both side-by-side once again. It looks like Radical is going to take on third as the battle for third and fourth here at North Wilkesboro.
Really fierce battles here. What I'm starting to notice about these drivers, my first contact.
Puig nearly loses it after making contact with Radical. Sorry to cut you off there, as they nearly thought 39 spun out there.
Anyway, as I was pointing out, these Cup cars seem much faster than, the Break Series cars. Just hitting the wall more, just having more, raw horsepower into these cars. So there's a factor here of just taking the corners very, very carefully and just getting the runs. As Supreme, you see hitting the wall, just shows how fast these cars are. And also not a surprise to see Supreme in the lead. I've seen him be up front most of the time whenever I tune into the streams, so not surprising he's leading here.
Yeah, and now Dragon, and also the 31 car, he's got help from his teammate, now trying for a P3. Too wide as they come off of turn 4. There's an all DSR battle coming down the front straightaway. Ford's trying to poke his nose in there wherever he can. They're 3 wide coming through turn 2. 4 wide. 44 is going to push his nose down there, and it's still 3 coming into turn number 3. Ford's getting a push from the 26. 2 old-timers to the NAPA Cup Series. He's going to make it by, but he's got to defend now from this all DSR mashup right behind him.
Right, and as we see here, Ford nearly side-by-side with Puig, but it looks like he's backed off. Now Puig is side-by-side with Dragon here in the 26. Both making contact slightly with each other. I just see the 31, as I believe that is Zach, right on Dragon's bumper as Ford is getting away. He's one of my picks, and so is Dragon, as we see Ford in the top 4. 3
wide now coming into turn 1, and this DSR team has been going at each other's throats all night. And sometimes you got to work together, but DSR is one of those teams where you don't really expect them to work together. They've got some of the best talent in this D1 field, and they're all looking for a shot at any extra position that they can get, and that includes fighting your teammate.
You see, Dragon moves the 39 out of the way. Just common short track racing here. Now that Ford has pulled away from the Ford sandwich, now it looks like the 26 and the 39 are under attack from Car Guy. Not a front runner, but he can tend to appear sometimes, and as he bumps 39, just more fierce battling throughout these Fords.
Yeah, these Fords are the talk of the town, man. I mean, you come all the way up here, and, especially on tracks like this that are very skill-based, the people say that the Fords are...
Oh, no! The 98!
And that's a big-time contact with the 39, 26, and 98. And that could have ended very badly for Dragon and Car Guy, both of them. 2 wide. And then that could have... Oh, wow, that would have... A very, very harsh contact there.
Huge incident there.
Car Guy's got to be very glad that he got out of there in one piece, because any wrong step on the throttle or on the brake, you could have just been absolutely toast and lost all your track time.
Oh, man.
But now...
they're all separate.
Separate now. As Dragon and Puig are close to each other, we might see a battle here coming up. We are seeing I don't know if both of you guys noticed this, but people are probably tapping these walls. It's like wall tapping, but knowing them, knowing the devs, it's not going to do anything to help your time. It's going to give you guys.
Yeah, I did point this out earlier, like how compared to the break series cars, like it was really hard to hit the wall because of the low horsepower that the D2 cars have. Meanwhile, these D1 cars are way faster, so that requires for more careful corners. But you see them hitting the wall just to salvage time to catch up to the leaders. But yeah, that's a really good observation there.
Yeah, Supreme. I mean, he's trying to run away with it, but Robloxian's got he's got a good grip on the line that he's taking right now. He's not gaining as much, but he's staying back there, and he's staying as a threat to the 41. And if the 41 makes any mistake, just like he just did off of turn 4, then we might see a little switcheroo of positions here up at the front of the pack.
That's happening. Robloxian and Radical are caught up to each other. Actually, no, never mind. Forget about them. They're side by side, and look at that. It's Ford and Zach side by side out of turn 4. Ford is going to probably push Zach up so we can move up to the top 4 once again. But now, Zach and Quig are side by side. Still making contact. Just barely there. They're still too wide, but Quig is going to keep the top 5.
And yeah, that 31, he's a pretty hard guy to defend from. I mean, he wants to put his nose anywhere that he can get, and now Ford's finding that out about Drone Strike Racing. Their drivers are persistent. They are not going to stop digging at every single hole that they can get, and now Ford's been locked onto the outside, and there's no way that this 4-pack of DSR drivers right here is going to let him back down.
Yeah, he's just under attack. It's just a shark attack from the Fords to Ford. A lot of Fords there, but and now he's gonna make it 3 wide almost. I don't think that's a good idea as they bump. Oh, bumper cars here as the 31 tries to go to the inside of the 26. Not gonna work as Alvarez makes a move on Ford. Ford just falling down the order. He's just falling, and oh my God, he's below the line. Alvarez almost turns the 31. He's sideways, saves it. What a save!
Incredible save. That 31 car, but they're 3 wide. Now coming into turn number 2. Coming out of turn 2 now. And this is all DSR versus this lone Ford, this lone Chevy of Ford, sorry. And now, this 27's into the wall. 39 now side by side Ford, trying to make his way up through the Fords. A bit ironic that his name is not his manufacturer. But Ford has been very, very persistent, trying to get there. Oh, wow. Big time contact with the 39 of Quig, and he is not going to turn him all the way around, but Ford's going to almost wall ride the entire way. But now there's a lot more contact in the back between the 98 of Car Guy and the 39 of Quig. 98 almost turned the 39 round. 26 has to bail out onto the apron. Now they're 3 wide coming into turn 3. 26, 31, 24 is now your running order for this fight.
All battling out through every single corner as we see Lucas back up in the 3rd, but dragging it behind him, still trying to make a move. He gets shoved up by Luxury. They're both side by side. Oh, and they're slightly making contact, nearly pushing Quig down there. This is an all-out battle while we're on lap 31 now, almost lap 32. Quig laid back up, and Ford is pitting now.
Yeah, Ford, I think first person during this pit cycle to come in to his pit stall. He's going to come in, making a quick stop and just get out of there. And this is where the pit cycle starts to get real. 100 to go in the full length race, and that lap 32, lap 30 to lap 45, I think is going to be where we're going to get our pit cycles, because that's kind of where your tires start to degrade and where it's harder for you to maintain your fuel saving. So your tires are going to go down, your fuel's going to go down, and that might be a talking point here earlier on into this race as who can get the strategy correctly.
Right, and look, you see the leader pits. Look, Supreme into pit road.
Yeah, Supreme, he's been leading all night. It's going to be a clean stop for him. Remember, no pit road speed limit for the All-Star race here in North Wilkesboro. Obviously doesn't help you too much, but they wall ride into pit road like crazy, and the right-hand side of those vehicles must be getting torn up by that. But now it's going to be the 10 of Radical was first across the line that time, but everyone's into pit road now. Lap 35 to lap 40 is going to be our main overcut strategy here, and it looks like most people are going to come in.
Right, as you just see, you saw 3 cars go blazing through around. Lucas, Lucas, Car Guy, I believe, weak pit, but they're all now back on the track at Vernon. Sorry, Hickory, you were right about these guys fluid grade. They are all the way out. That's a 39 gets a stop.
Yeah, 39 of Quig. He was up there fighting with his teammates, and unfortunately, mistake obviously this is a meme race, but at the same time, mistakes still have to be penalized.
And there's a lot of action. A lot of action earlier in this race, but not much going on. Pit cycle happens, all spread out, but we will see some battles here as you see the 31 and the 10 are just basically.
Oh, we got a DNF.
On the verge of battling. Oh, who DNF?
That's Queeg. Queeg with the stop and go, and now he's out of the race.
Oh man, unfortunate for that 39.
He's just pulled it in.
Well.
But now that's very unfortunate. He's been running up there all day, and unfortunately, our coverage of the World Cup earlier today was brought to us by that 39 car Queeg, and he was allowing us to watch the World Cup, but very, very unfortunate that he has to come in now. But we're getting a little bit of a battle between the 10 and the 41 here. A little bit back up into the pack and the 31, but now we're going to bring on a short track master here, as in the 15 of Hickory. Hickory, down there in pit road, how are you feeling about these drivers today? You know, you're incredibly good at these short flat tracks. You had a great chance of winning yesterday until that competition caution came out. So, how are you feeling with these drivers, and what are they going to have to do to get right to be able to succeed in this race?
Well, honestly, you could be really good in the beginning of the race, but as the race goes on, you have to have that pit strategy, and if you don't have that pit strategy, you just can't be there at the end. But right now, Supreme doesn't just have the pit strategy, he has the speed, and so does that 10 car. He has been lurking behind that 41 the entire race so far, and honestly, Joshua is there, and just like right now, he's making a move. He's going to be able to take that stage 1, but this stage 2, unfortunate, is going to be very, very crucial.
Absolutely. 65 lap, stage break lap 65, now trying down the inside. At Hickory, you've won at these types of tracks multiple times, Maryland being one of the biggest examples here. On short tracks, I'm guessing, as what we're seeing here, don't you think consistency is probably key to see these drivers, and, you know, especially the 10, the 41, they've been up there all night, and they have to get their pit strategy correct too, don't you think?
Well, honestly, no. It could be either way. If you have consistency, you could also fall to the back in a bad pit strategy, but all it comes down to is just being there at the end of the race. If you're not here, if you're here right now like Joshua is, and he's starting to gap the field, if you gap the field right now and have a horrible pit strategy in the end, you're not going to be there. It's all timing. It's all short track is. It's just timing. And yes, you can be consistent, and that may get you to win, but anything can turn around and do a 180 instantly.
Absolutely, and we've seen it. You've seen it at short tracks. I mean, last night we had that competition caution, unfortunately, got you out of contention for the win, as well as the wheel on every caution. But yeah, I mean, short track racing, anything can happen. We've seen that throughout the NAPA, throughout your experience here on short tracks as well, and that's just so happens where you've been able to find your prowess in the Break Series.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like it's going to be the 10 of Radical slowly gapping. 41 cars really trying to catch up.
I was watching
that 10 car.
I was watching Mirage in the beginning of the race. The 10 car was able to get into the corner better than Supreme, and he's able to carry it out of the corner. Sorry for interrupting you, by the way, but Supreme is he's falling off a little bit here on the long run, but it looks like Joshua's just there, you know?
Yeah, and it's something like that. But we can see here, Supreme is catching up to Radical a little bit here, 60 seconds back. And I also want to say this now, Mirage is actually stuck in jail, so his friend is commentating for us since yesterday.
It's true.
What did he even get in jail for? Just asking.
Who?
Mirage.
Oh. I think it was like I don't know, weapons trafficking or something.
I thought it was public nudity.
I don't think so.
I don't what?
And here we go. Some of this pit cycle starting to happen here.
That's not
15 to go.
Yeah.
Public publicity.
Right. The 90th year
Yeah.
blockchain, like you said, pit cycles are happening now for blockchain though. And Car Guy coming in right as we were looking at blockchain. He's in his box.
I watched Car Guy through his pits. He took a quarter fuel and still came out last. Anything can change with the Will Unfortunate.
He actually might have took it again.
Maybe.
He did not. He took full.
Right
Oh,
when he came in,
GGs.
when he came in, his fuel was at 11. He could have ran out of DNFs.
That would have been terrible. It's 2 DNFs before we're even halfway through this race, and that would have been bad. Car Guy's a lap down, though. How's your picks doing, man? What's going on? What's going on, Hickory?
Honestly, it looked like he was just a little tight throughout that first run, but now, since we've gotten into the second stint, well, his second stint of this stage, which is okay, he's been kind of just steadily gaining on Ford here, and I don't know, Car Guy is not horrible, it's just really, really bad in the pits, but honestly, he's a really good driver, and he can make it up, I feel like.
Absolutely, and now coming to 11 laps to go until Wheel Unfortunate. But this is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, we saw you last night with your car. You had a little bit of car trouble and just a little bit of bad luck coming to the end of that race. What do you think is better here with these tires going down, with pit strategy having to be made? These cars are just getting tighter and tighter, and how much of a deficit do you think that's going to cause these drivers, especially with the 98, choosing to come in multiple times on one stint?
Honestly, I didn't really see a huge difference in the tire degradation, but right now, Car Guy is gaining on the leader, and that would be Joshua right now. He's actually gaining, but at the same time, he's losing track on time because you are a lap down. You probably have to stay out during the caution to get that lap back, but it honestly can all change if we get a 3-wide start, if all Chevys go to the front, if all Toyotas go to the front. I mean, anything can happen, and honestly, this race is not even close to what it's going to be at the end.
Absolutely. I mean, we see upsets, but none like the All-Star race, and absolutely. I mean, last night, with that competition caution, with how some of the Chevys were thrown to the back on one of those cautions, on one of those wheel spins, I mean, especially since we saw a lot of really good drivers get pushed to the back, I haven't been more disappointed to see Worsen go to the back since my potato farm got raided by just every type of animal back in 2024. I mean, it was terrible. I lost so many good potatoes back then. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit teary-eyed just thinking about it, but lap 60 now, it's 6 laps to go until the break.
Yeah, and that's a bit real unfortunate about your potatoes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Actually starting to make me tear up a little bit.
Yeah, I need a tissue.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And now it looks like Lucas Alvarez is now coming into the pits to make another pit stop, but he's very, very slow, actually.
With 5 to go.
5 to go is actually insane, as he's going to come around and probably get lapped here by Josh.
It's gotta be his tires. I
don't know.
He thinks that he can't make it to the end on tires because clearly he had enough fuel. He had 300 liters of fuel left in that tank. He'll still hit a quarter fuel though.
Hey, and talking about tires, Car Guy has caught up to Ford here late in the run.
Interesting. He's making a move on Ford now.
Yeah, taking the inside. While Ford's trying to take the top.
Both drivers.
He's not nowhere near him. Oh, Ford, never mind. I thought he was going to say it.
Ford dips into the pits.
Wait a minute. Car Guy might have made a good. 2 drivers looking for their first win. One who has been looking for his first win forever.
Yeah. No. It has been a long time. It has been a very, very long time. I wasn't here the last time four
You weren't
guys
even born
went.
yet?
No, I was born. I'm 37 years old, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Radical's kind of running away with this one. Only a couple people not to come in and pit on that time, but now white flag in the first stage, and then we'll hit him with wheel unfortunate, and that could be an absolute doozy. But it's going to be the 10 car. He'll come around turn 3 and turn 4 for the final time in stage number 1. Radical for Blaze Technology Motorsports takes the green-white checkered flag. Radical wins stage 1 here at North Wilkesboro.
What an absolute run for Radical.
Yeah, absolutely dominating performance by the 10. Just executed pit strategy well and just managed to get to the front over Supreme. So I expect these two to battle for the win later in this race, but like you said earlier, I think one of you said it earlier, but you know, there's some circumstances that will happen, you know, the wheel, the competition caution, like anything could happen, anything could screw up anyone. And as you see there, caution flag out as we open pits.
And once that's done, you can enter the flag, and you basically know what that means.
Wheel spin time.
Wheel spin time.
Some people are
Josh
making a
will come
stop
in
now.
for his pit.
Yeah, Radical is blazing through. Careful not to get a drive through. Oh, he nearly missed
Oh,
it. He's
barely.
right on the line.
Oh my
Barely.
God.
He's not on the line. I
barely.
see it. He's not there.
Nah, no penalty, but oh my God, that was close.
He was so close, man. That was insane.
Nearly getting a drive through, but thankfully he's the first one out of pit road as Supreme follows.
Yeah, right out. Someone's in the pit road behind him. It's the 41. Yeah, I mean, wall riding here. That 41. I mean, that car. Oh, look at that. There's the 24 Ford Boy 07 right there as well. I mean, these cars, though, you gotta tell. I mean, these cars, they're gonna be all banged up. They're gonna be more banged up than when I banged my cousin back home in Alabama.
Okay.
Lap 69 now sponsored by Raccoons Around the World, and Radical's gonna hit the pace car, and we're gonna come to a stop here. And now is what we've been waiting for all season for the NAPA Cup Series. Let's head over to race stage and let's get to.
Oh.
I cut him off, sorry.
Now, ready to go with the wheel here. This might be interesting.
We're gonna get on your screen here. The wheel unfortunate, which can change this entire course.
I'm getting it.
This could be the make or break for multiple people. Like, I mean, this could be essentially the breaking point for multiple drivers here. And we're gonna kick that thing off right now. So Toddy, go ahead and do us the honors. We'll do it 3 times. So Toddy, go ahead and spin that wheel. All right, it's coming around. It's coming around. 3 wide start. Ooh. And now it's gonna be last to first again. So
That was the first one
last,
yesterday.
it's last on the lead lap, if I'm correct. So that
Yes.
means it'll be Lucas gonna be first.
Lucas, Zach, Rocky, and Josh.
Yeah, so Lucas is gonna be first then, and he'll
Yes,
take the
just
place.
Lucas.
Yeah, just move. Can the pace car move, please? Move forward. Okay, there we go. And Lucas will take up there right in front of the 10 car. And now, for the second time, it's gonna be 2 out of 3. Toddy, go ahead and spin that wheel once more, brother. All right, all right, all right. Oh, here it comes around, and it's gonna be
Not again.
dodges to the
Dodges
back. Dodges to the back.
No dodges
we
to the
don't
field.
have any dodges. There's no dodges.
I say spin again.
Do we spin it? Do we spin it 2 more times?
That's a
or do we-
respin.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a
Yeah,
respin.
respin. This is still 2 out of 3. Go on, spin that wheel, brother.
Forgot to delete it. Oh.
I swear, if we get dodges again, oh,
3
wide start, brother. Oh,
no.
let's go, man. That is incredible. You love to see it. We're going IndyCar up in this one.
Once
But
again.
we still got one more. We still got one more wheel spin in it. So go ahead for the final time tonight for the NAPA Cup Series All-Star Race. Go on, Toddy. Spin that wheel 3 out of 3. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And it's gonna be
Lands on it.
inverted field. Lucas to the back again. Oh no.
That is
What are the
unfortunate for
chances?
What are the chances? And I do believe, does this count lap cars, or is it just the lead lap cars? So
Always based on lead lap. Is always
Yeah, lead lap.
lead lap cars. So Lucas is gonna go back. He's gonna go back, and then Zach. So the lineup's gonna be Zach, Robloxian, Supreme, Joshua, Lucas. Zach, Robloxian, Supreme, Joshua, Lucas. That's the order.
boy.
And it was so close to dodge to the back again. That would have been funny. But inverted field, that is the last thing that you want to hear if you're this 27 car. It went from pure ecstasy to absolute dread in the span of seconds. Now, let's wish our officials and drivers a good rest of their races. We'll head back to the broadcasting booth and get green flag here in a minute at North Wilkesboro.
Godspeed.
Now back under the caution now. We're going to be pacing right into it, I believe.
Yeah. And I know we landed on a 3 wide start, so I'm surprised.
That's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, they're all going to be.
We had an incident caution last night just due to the 3 wide restart. Actually, did we have a caution or not? But we are going 3 wide this time. We're going to be going green. 70 to go. Pace cars in the wall. 3 wide restart. It's going to be the 31 is your control car coming to the green flag Ohio Edison restart zone. Racing once again here at North Wilkesboro. Lots of contact for the 93 with the wall. And now 93 is going to get another big bump from the 10 directly behind him. 3 wide immediately fizzled out, but now 10's try and push his way down the inside of that Manor Motorsports 93. 3 wide now. 93's getting beat up, and now 4 wide for the lead. Coming out of turn 4, Supreme against the wall. 3 wide tight now coming into turn 1. Lap 72. Multiple cars sideways going into 1. Now Radical forcing his way below the Manor Motorsports 93. Fighting as hard as he can to get this race underway and get this restart going for him. Oh no! Around goes the 93 in the background and into the outside wall. It's the 93 roadblocks in for Manor Motorsports, and even more contact going on in the back of the field. 41 gets a 1 out of 4, and we're not even 5 in. And here goes 4 wide here in the back. Car guy and also Ford and Dragon trying to push his way down there as well. Big time contact. Doors are being absolutely slammed here, and now coming in to 57 to go in stage 2.
Right. That is a lot to take in. They're still making contact back there as they're all in the same line. And look at that. Luke and look at that. Radical is getting away with the lead once again with the luxury behind him. As it's at only 35 seconds.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of contact between 93 and 27. All the way to the back of the field, and they almost jackknifed themselves. And the 27's been on the butt end of everything tonight. And oh no, 93 almost around. Both of them are able to save it, and I don't know how. That was incredible.
Absolutely incredible. They're still making contact here. Robloxy and Lucas still battling it out here as looking for the top 5. It looks like Lucas is going to take the bottom, or not. He's trying to make a move somewhere. He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's pushing as hard as he can to try and get past this. This guy's a lap car, I believe. No, actually, he's not. But 93, he's a hard man to fight with, and he's proven that even more tonight as the 27 almost turns and trying to take him out. But now, 93, 27, big time hit into the wall. 27's into the outside wall. Massive contact. And a huge crash for Drone Strike Motorsports, and the 27 team relegated to multiple seconds behind the grid. And that is utter disappointment for that 27 car. Now Hickory back with us again. You can already see it just takes that tiny bit of contact to get tempers flaring, especially at a short track. You don't have that much space, but it just takes just anything to get any kind of tempers flaring, especially when you're dealing with who could be considered rowdy himself and D1 and Lucas, one of the most toxic drivers earlier in row racing, but unfortunately comes back to bite him a little bit, now running P5 and relegated from the rest of the pack. Now 51 laps to go. Lap 80. Radical will still lead, but he's got a guy right behind him. It's the 31 of Zach. Gonna be BTM on DSR once more. And we've seen this so many times throughout the course of the NAPRA, throughout the course of just racing in general, but now Radical's gonna have to defend from that 31 car. And it's just gonna be a waiting game to see if he's gonna be able to do that efficiently. Otherwise, you know, defending, especially at a short track, it isn't too hard, but if someone's willing enough to shove their nose down, eventually something can happen. I mean, Hickory, you've raced so many short tracks before, and you're 10 times better than short tracks than me, but, you know, obviously, it's not the easiest to defend, but if someone wants to shove their nose down there, and especially with these DSR drivers, very, very persistent on anything, they will definitely try their best to do said things, and sometimes can be hard to defend.
Yeah, and you talk about defending being hard at a short track. And if you have a short track like Maryland or Ohio, yes, it is extremely hard. And that's why some of these drivers who are in the top 3 right now, they have mastered the short track defensive game. And honestly, Radical right now has just been amazing throughout this race. From lap 1 to lap 84 right now, going into lap 85. I mean, he has just been able to get the lead, have a comfortable kind of lead, but even if Zachary's still there lurking right behind him, he's still able to just gain a little bit off the corner. And that's something about Josh. He's been always prioritizing exit speed over entry speed, and he's done that since D2 last season.
Yeah, Radical searching for his first ever win in the Cup Series. Just going quite well recently, but, you know, anything can happen at a short track. You know, it's kind of a waiting game to see what will happen. And now 45 to go. Radical will lead Supreme now. Oh, there's a stop car off of turn 4. That's a 27 of Lucas. He almost collects his teammate. What is going on with the 27 car? He's going very slow up there on the high line.
Right, and as I believe his tire might be down, riding the wall. I don't think he can turn. Never mind, he is. I don't know, though. That begs the question: why was he slowing down like that?
Yeah, what on earth is going on with this 2017, man?
And as you say that, Zachary now looking for the lead on Radical.
Yeah, this is great to see. I mean, any kind of battle that we can get. I don't know what the 27 was all about. Unfortunately, many cars took a lap down. 4 respectively on each side. 4 on the lead lap and 4 on 1 lap below. But now, Zach is trying to shove his way down the inside of that 10 car. He's put his nose there and he does not want to quit. That 31 car is going to try his hardest to get by him. He's not clear yet. Trying for the switchback to the 10 of Radical, using him as his brake pedal going into turn 1. They were tied coming across the line that time. Radical's going to take it back, maybe trying to switch back with the 31. Now trying down the inside. Big time contact there with the rear bumper of the 10 and the front bumper of the 31. Radical's clear, but for how long will he be?
Right, and as you say that, Radical, Zachary, dialing it out really hard here. As Supreme is waiting for one of them to slip up here. As he's waiting in the shadows. Look, Ken Luxury making another move on Radical. Moving really slowly, but he's right there on the bumper as we now head on the lap 92. 39 to go.
And this has just been a great battle here. I mean, you see these two drivers, some of the best in the NAPRA. Obviously, not too close to the element of Forza, but that's something that we've been pointing out all season. That 10 car has been so consistent all year long, and he has just been on rails all day. And Radical, he has gotten so many podiums out of the starts that he has made, out of the starts that he's made. He's made 10 starts out of 13 races, and it is absolutely incredible. He has got 5 top 3s and so many more to come, and unfortunately, that 10 car just hasn't been able to step out of the shadow of the 47. As Forza was not able to make it today, maybe this is his chance to prove it to the big man upstairs that he is able to compete on the level that some of the best drivers in road racing are able to as well.
Right. Radical seems to be getting away from Zach now, and he's only gone by only 43 seconds. It's almost 35 to go now, by 96. And you see Supreme here. The guy might be getting a little bit bigger here as your top 5 or top 4 now. Is Radical, Zach, Supreme, Blocked here. But everyone knows that it's Lucas, Ford, Dragon, and Car Guy are all a lap down.
Yeah, just under 30 laps into this second stage after a little bit of the shake-up that the wheel caused. Inverted field, and unfortunately that didn't really help out the 27 a lot. I mean, you see Lucas, he's gaining on this little front pack here, but unfortunately stuck a lap down. I believe most of these guys are just going to make a pit stop and then pray for a caution.
All right, they're praying really hard for a caution here. As it seems like Radical is still getting away. 77 seconds back. And it seems like Supreme is catching up to Radical, is catching up to Zachary here a little bit. As we're now heading on to lap 99, 32 to go.
Yeah, I mean, Roadblock's in, farthest person back on the lead lap, and he's not far away from being lapped either. And we're lucky that Supreme is up there running that Chevy as well as he is. Otherwise, we're gonna get Ford-rigged complaints again.
Now people have always
people just do that.
Yeah, they just do that. It's like a NAPA tradition now.
People just saying stuff.
They're cooking up straight poison, but it's fine since Supreme is up in the top 3 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be 31's gonna ride directly into the pit road, and this is where our pit cycle is gonna be started. 31 is gonna come down into his pit box. Oh, he overruns. 31 team overruns his pit box. That's gonna be a slow stop for him. But now it looks like it's gonna be Radical. He'll stay out this lap, and that 10 car will lead us to 29 to go. Radical lead, and let's head to our Corona Crank It Up, presented on the NAPA Media Network. you guys doing? What you got? You're coming back from the crank it up without me. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I'll leave you.
told you
I'll leave
beforehand.
you with the controls for the broadcast for 5 seconds, and you come.
Hey,
Get out of here! Get out of
Oh
here!
my god!
Leave.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait, hold on. I think my mic's wrong.
Anyways, come back. We're 16 to go in the NAPA Cup Series All-Star Race. And it's going to be 31 of Zach is leading here at North Wilkesboro. Sorry about that. My colleagues clearly don't know when to come back from a crank it up, but 15 laps to go now. And remember, there might be a little bit of a shakeup in this race later. Lap 116 now at a 130.
Right, and I also want to apologize about that thing where I'm like talking too early. You may or may not have heard me get slapped, but that's besides the point. Something happened to Car Guy, and that basically screwed him over a little bit since he's still under a lap down. But there's a good news thing for Radical. Even after that slow pit stop, he has somehow moved all the way up back into the top 3. But he has to get through the 26 of Dragon here, who's also a lap down.
Yeah, there's so many people stuck a lap down right now. And unfortunately, we got our second DNF of the night, and it's the 27 of Lucas. He's been struggling all night, and unfortunately just wasn't able to get that car pointed in the right direction. Hopefully he gets another chance right now, but now passing the 1 hour mark, get a little bit of a check-in. Check us out on rowracing.com under the NAPRA. That's the NAPA Auto Parts Racing Association. You've been watching the NAPA Media Network from North Wilkesboro Speedway for the NAPA Cup Series race and the All-Star race tonight. This has been definitely an interesting one, but it looks like we are going to keep going here. The 31 of Zach leading from Supreme, and crap. Okay, so I apologize so much, my friends. I dropped my sweet corn on the track, and that brought out the caution. Man, I'm so sorry.
I was wondering why something yellow just fell straight down on the front stretch.
Oh, come on, man.
Debris on the track, and that will bring out the caution.
Dang it, man.
Wow.
But
It's
hey,
almost like,
that
what's his name?
was a perfectly timed caution. So, Mirage, I said that. Technically, your corn has saved the day and potentially gotten these drivers upset. So, besides that, once they get these pit cycles underway, we can finally go back to the wheel at only 9 laps to go. 8 to go now.
Oh, car got stopped.
Oh, he might be out. Never mind.
Yeah, what happened to car guy? Now under caution. And Zach's gonna be the first one in. Supreme's taking the low line down in pit lane.
Oh, suddenly making contact. Supreme and Ford. Also, the only 2 cars that are going to stay out here is Dragon and Car Guy. Likely about to get themselves back on the lead lap. And
31's gonna overrun.
Zachary nearly sending it through his box. Nearly went below the double white line here. And it looks like he's going to beat Radical out of pit road.
Yeah, 7 laps to go here. It looks like we're gonna be going green with probably 5 to go, and it's gonna be interesting. Who are you? Who the fuck?
Oh my god.
Hello,
I'm thinking
everybody.
he's got.
My name is Mirage, and I've broken out of federal prison, and I am here at North
What?
Wilkesboro today to commentate the final 6 laps of the NAPA Cup Series All-Star Race. Sorry about that. I threw Dylan Thompson off the roof because this one is going to be an absolute barnstormer. Welcome me back, everyone. You know you love me, and it is absolutely great to be back here in the NAPA Media Network. How are you two doing?
Good. How did you get out of jail?
We don't talk about that. I have connections. Anyways, we're going green this time. here in the Cup Series and the All-Star race. I've been watching the race from my sources and from how I can, but it's going to be the 31 of Zach will come to the Ohio Edison restart zone. Green flag racing here in North Wilkesboro, and there's already a lot of contact between the 31 and the 41. Oh, both of them sideways into turn 1, and ladies and gentlemen, the 10 of Radical will bring it home into victory lane this time, and first Cup Series win for the 10 car, and he'll be walking away with $1,000 and a little bit of some bragging rights here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Now, I believe we could do an interview if he would like to, but I do not know. Oh, we can.
I'm pretty sure he does use a microphone.
Well, he's unmuted right now.
Alright, you hear me?
Alright, yeah, we can hear you. So, Radical, you come home. Unfortunately, not a points-paying race, but come home with your first ever victory in the Cup Series, and 10 car's definitely going to be pretty happy. BTM's going to be pretty happy. What did it take for you to get into this position? You know, started a little bit farther in the front, but obviously got it done in the end. How was it for you?
Yeah. It's great to win any race, doesn't matter how you get them, but we had a really fast car tonight. I almost threw it away if there wasn't that last competition caution there late. Great to win some Robux, and really what won me the race was that late restart where Supreme and I'm not sure who the other one was. They I was all the way up at the top, and I saw them going really deep, and then they took themselves out, and I was just able to get back down under them and barely miss them, and I just drove away. So this would be some good little momentum for the rest of the regular season, because the last few weeks haven't been that great for us, but it's just pretty nice to finally get into victory lane.
Obviously, and I mean, we've been talking about all season the way how you just in general haven't really been able to step out of the shadow of Forza and his success in the Cup Series. How does it feel for the 10 to be the one in victory lane this time?
Yeah, Forza has been really, really good this season. If he wasn't in the field like he was tonight, I feel like I could have had a few wins. So, looking forward to the rest of the season, and this has been a good rookie season so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cup Series, definitely. I'm guessing sooner or later in the future, you're gonna become a household name in the Cup Series, and I'm all here for it. So, congrats on the win and congrats on the Robux.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that race.
Yeah, we did. It was fun.
I didn't.
Even though I was watching it not from the racetrack until the final 6 laps. But anyways, now on to our next interview for 3rd place, I believe. It's a 24 of 4. Do you have us?
Yes, I do. Hello.
Hello. So, started with a lot of promise here and got pretty close to the front on multiple occasions, and coming off that final restart, you had a pretty good chance, but that 10 just kind of ran away with it. What happened in the closing laps of this race for you?
Yeah, I don't know. The closing laps, I figured I didn't really have much of a chance. I mean, I'm sick of it always being this way, but it's always, especially in these old cars. I hate these old cars with a passion. I'll be frankly honest. It's very difficult to hold a line, and not to hold a line, but to be consistent at a line at a short track. At least for me, with these old cars, I've always hated short tracks in these cars, and I don't know, it's just difficult. But we did a little better than I thought we would. I didn't really think we had a chance unless Robloxian was going to go up there and dump both of them. I mean, that was dump himself and the 10. I thought that was really going to be the only chances if I squeezed by, but nah, I don't know. I just didn't have enough consistency or enough speed here tonight, like usual. So just same old crap.
Yeah, very unfortunate for you. There was a lot of promise, hoping that you would break that win streak here, but it's definitely it might be a little while. I mean, obviously talks your retirement with you as well. So I mean, after the season, what do you think? What do you think Bear Motorsports and the fate of the team and the fate of your career, also not just in the NPRA but in road racing, will be?
Yeah, well, NAPA, we don't know what's going to go on with NAPA after the season. So I think, depending on what happens with NAPA is what's going to happen to Bear Motorsports. Most likely, I would love to extend Bear Motorsports into other leagues or other motorsports, but I don't see it being a possibility with how busy I've gotten and such, and unless I were to sell the team, and that'd be about the only way Bear Motorsports could live on, is just selling the team. So it's really depends on what happens with NAPA, and depends on just a lot of different factors, I guess. So I can't really comment much on that right now.
All right, yeah. Well, good to see you back in the car after a little while. So yeah, hope to see you show up to maybe a couple more races and continue on with the NAPRA here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, now we'll move on to another interview here. Next person down, it looks like in P4, it's going to be the 41 of Supreme. Can you hear us? If he's in the voice chat. Yeah, he is.
Yo.
Alright, Supreme. Well, came into this race with pretty high hopes, but unfortunately the position change from the start has been set back down to 0 for you. I mean, you led multiple laps and just came in pretty well in this 41 car, but unfortunately wasn't able to deliver and get in victory lane here. What was going on with this 41, and especially in the final closing stages of this race? What went on here with LNR?
Well, for like the first 35, I was like, yeah, we finna. I won't say cruise the video, but I was feeling good. Led practically all 35 laps before the first pit cycle. After that, it was like it was really weird. I didn't have the same car, but we were able to stay in third place for basically like that middle portion of the race. And then honestly, if there wasn't a comp C, I probably would have definitely chased Zach down and won. But got the comp C, and then got a really good restart to get to the inside of that 31, and then just was not happy with getting past, and he just completely sailed me into the inside wall, and then we both ended up being a casualty. So yeah, as to Joshua, former driver or former teammate of mine from when I owned the team. So but yeah, that's really all I got to say. Hopefully we can have another great car for the third straight week at Scorcher.
Yeah. Well, good to see you back in the car, just like Ford, and nice to see you racing again in the NAPRA after you, quotation marks, retired, but, always good to see you out on the racetrack, and hope to see a little bit of a differential in the starting position next season. Or next race.
Yeah, I'm not racing.
I wouldn't expect you to. But I believe we have one more interview here, and that will be a virtual interview with our pole sitter, the 27 of Lucas. Hey, you got us?
Yeah, I got it. I got you guys.
Yeah. So Lucas came in a lot of expectation here. Of course, I mean, a short track, you're pretty good at these short tracks, and especially ones like this, but unfortunately, restarts didn't go well for you, got stuck a lap down, and yeah, what happened? What necessarily went wrong? I mean, from hero to absolute zero in span of just a couple laps.
Well, I had outside stuff happening, so yeah, it's kind of like the same thing as what happened in Saskatchewan. Is that how you Saskatchewan? So yeah, we had the same issue that happened in there, and I'm not. No, I am kind of annoyed by it, but at the same time, like they didn't know They didn't know that I was doing something, so I was like, okay, like it's understandable, but still frustrating because we could have definitely done something. like we could have like definitely like got back on the lead, especially with the caution 10 laps ago. We were like in front of the guys, but it's still annoying. Like once I saw that we were like two laps away from losing, I was like, yeah. And then he got up to me. I was 3 laps down, and I was like, yeah, I'm forfeiting this. I can't. So it is what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna complain about it, but it's just they're not the people that were doing the thing over there, like in real life, like that I had to attend to. They're not gonna be here anymore. They were just visitors. But other than that, I mean, kind of like heartbreak because I was like really looking forward to winning it. But I mean, at the same time, the 10 was like quicker, so I'm not gonna say like, oh, we could have definitely won it. Like, no, the 10 was there all day. I mean, so yeah, it just kind of like sucks, that we couldn't, at least got top 2. Like last year, I remember we got top 2, I believe, and we actually were like. Well, no, not top 2. I remember it was like the same thing, but like, oh my god, this race was something else. Like I had issues left and right outside. It wasn't even in game. Well, the only issue was that I did have a lot of lag, and then I crashed into 2 people, I think. So that sucks. But other than that, I mean, the nail biters were just like. Just that, and especially the 2 out of 3, I was like, I got way too cautious, even though it wasn't even my fault. I tried saying it, nobody listened, so I'm like, okay, yeah, geez. But yeah, so we got next week. I think that's Scorcher. So hopefully, Super Speedway. Hopefully we could actually like get a win this season. If not, oh well, points stay. We're over the cut line. This was not a points race, so yeah.
Yeah. Kind of unfortunate to see you DNF from the race that you were kind of expected to do pretty well at, but, expectations can be harsh sometimes, and I hope to see you bounce back later tonight at Bristol and also at Scorcher next week.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Anyways, that will do it for our coverage of the NAPA Cup Series All-Star Race from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Round 13 of Season 10 in the NAPA Cup Series is over, and the 10 of Radical will take home his first ever Cup Series win. And from North Wilkesboro and all the hardworking men and women on our crew here, we say good night. It's been Toddy and Mirage, and we will see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Okay. I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye.
Bye.